is Hamish and Andy.
Well, I've seen what you're doing.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
What are you? I can't believe you're not thankful. Are you saying I've seen what you're doing and thank you? Is that what you're saying?
It's what's the English word for it? It's the opposite of what I'm saying. Because you have, sometimes Basset is a surprise. Sometimes whatever you've decided, whatever you've schemed to stop me with is a bit of a surprise. But you can't miss a tray full of needles and somebody I hope is a licensed acupuncture therapist.
Stella, thank you for coming in.
Ah, thank you.
And I feel like there is an ungrateful wretch in our midst because...
Well, acupuncture is all about clearing energy, Ando, and right now
Exactly.
I have the best way to let energy flow is from my mouth using Basset to people's ears. That's a gift to the people.
Last week, Ham, I felt like you were too intense. There's a lot of complaints about your Basset, not just for reading it because no one likes it, but also your style. You're too intense. You're too yelly. And I went, oh, God.
I was being tortured, man. I was actually being gassed to death.
Exactly.
And it's not a fun thing to have done to you.
My foul.
My foul. The book I'd read said your mate will love being gassed.
and so I thought I'll relax him this week, so no complaints because he didn't complain. You complained last time, so no complaints.
Have a
Now,
little
Stella,
thing about needles. And acupuncture is all needles.
Stella, what are the main risks? Can we relax him too much?
It's possible if he's got a little bit of high blood pressure right now. If I put a needle in, he might relax too quickly.
Really? And what would happen there?
Then he would actually faint.
He'd faint.
I'm nervous because during the song she swabbed my head. She cleansed my head. Is that where we're putting the...
Yeah, of course. That's where...
No, of course.
Well,
You're not meant to put them in the face.
It does seem where the tension's being held.
I think my head chakra's fine.
Hey, Stella.
Always have.
Talk is cheap. And let's, Stella, just go across there and whack the first one in him.
Okay. Well, let's not. It's not like a crucifixion. Just you don't have to whack it in. Ben, put the tape in.
You gotta fight for your right. Listen to Fred Basset on the radio.
That's my head.
And deep breath in. And
That's the middle of my head. You just stuck a pin in my head.
you feel that?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Yeah, you've got a pin in your head.
Got a pin in my head. Got a pin in my head.
You feeling relaxed?
Got a pin in my head.
We'll start
Got
your
a pin in my head.
Okay.
Today's Basset's a 3-panel Basset.
Yeah.
Pin in my head. Pin in head. Pin head. Head pin.
No, it's not hurting. I can move it.
I'm just A-OK. A-OK. Anyway, first panel, there's an old lady over at Fred's house, Fred's female owner, having a cup of
Seems
tea
like he's
out
got
on
some,
the...
Sorry, Ham, to interrupt. It seems like you got some tension in your cheek there. Would you agree, Stella?
Pin in my cheek.
There's
Pin in my cheek.
Kind called welcome fragrance.
Yeah.
So I'm just about
Not
to
welcome.
put that in.
Already use Yves Saint Laurent. Night.
Okay. Deep breath in again.
Oh, God, pin in my nose. There's a pin...
Pin's going in.
Pin in my
And
nose.
there's one hanging from his...
Oh, pin in my nose.
Shouldn't speak too much with it in there.
Only there's a pin in my face.
Yeah. Continue.
And yeah, it feels really good. And so anyway, the person that's over at Fred's house is saying, "My Timmy's such a fussy eater. How about your Fred?" Next panel, second panel.
It's actually quite funny seeing the...
I can see the needle wiggling around in my face as I read. Then Fred's owner, the female, goes, "We find variety is the key factor in Fred's diet." Fred, I should point out, is meanwhile sitting there listening obediently to this conversation.
As another needle
pin
goes
going in the
in.
other side of my nose.
Yeah, that's where he's tense.
That one went in well.
Oh, pin in my nose. Pin face.
Hey, you look much more relaxed now.
Yeah, not really. I'm
Pins at-
sweating and I think I'm going to... What are you doing on the top of my head?
Just preparing the point.
Okay.
No nudging.
Just to recap, in the second panel, the female owner's gone, "We find variety is the key factor in Fred's diet." Punchline sell, extreme close-up on Fred. All you can see is his adorable face and a raised eyebrow.
We're thinking
He's
one in the forehead, is that what we're thinking?
looking to the left.
The very top of the
Oh, the crown of
Bearing in mind,
Perfect.
his owner's just said, variety is the key factor in Fred's diet. Fred's gone, in other words, "I'll eat anything, pin in my head."
Pin in the crown.
Fred said, "I'll eat anything" as a joke on variety.
Platinum Basset.
Pin in my head.
Basset. Platinum Basset.
Pin face.
Hamish and Andy.